lords and ladies, the earthquake. The earthquake in Lisbon is a terrible thing. It has destroyed many of our national monuments. But this will ensure there will be no more earthquakes. There will be no more suffering. We arrested 2 men, one for what he has said, and the other for listening to him. Their youth will be whipped. The man who claims to be a philosopher will be hanged. Other highlights this afternoon include, at 2:45, 2 Jews are being stoned to death for refusing to eat the bacon with their bread. At 4:45, a Basque being burned to death for wanting to marry his grandmother. And a grand finale. At 5 o'clock, features 2 French witches, a monk, and 3 goats.
Watching the events of that afternoon was Candide's beloved Cunegonde.
Oh, Candide! I thought that after the castle Thunder Tendron was burned to the ground, and I, ravished by soldiers for 7 nights, and then taken by a captain of the guard who thought me pretty, and then sold by the captain who needed money to pay for his bastard children, and then bought by a millionaire who had a nice nose but not much else, and then sold to a Jew who had a weakness for women and who brought me to this country mansion in order to seduce me. I thought that I would never see you again.
It was turning out to be an afternoon full of surprises.
I am the captain of the Jesuit army, and we are fighting a war against Governor Don Fernando Ibarri Figueroa Mascarenes Lamporto Sisusovit, the filthiest piece of scum this side of the equator. But I have not always been a leader of men. I once lived in a castle before it was overrun by soldiers. They humiliated me for 28 consecutive nights before tossing my body onto a cart. I might not have survived had not a young Jesuit sprinkled salt water on my eyelids and made them flutter. From that day forth, I have become a devoted Jesuit. I arrived in Paraguay as a sub-deacon and lieutenant, but, well, the priest took quite a fancy to me, and now I am captain of this ruthless battalion. You might say lynching mob of ruthless gladiators. And I am a priest.
Hello, Rudolph. How glad I am to see you again. We are reunited.
The unfortunate orphan Candide, how remarkable to see you, sir.
I never knew we could be together again.
However, these reunions proved to be short-lived. Cunegonde was stolen by the richest man in South America, Governor Don Fernando Ibarra y Figueroa y Mascarenes y Lamporda Sousa. And Rudolph plunged over the edge of a cliff on the back of his horse. Poor Candide resolved to cut his heart out with a Swiss Army penknife.
I have no longer need for a heart, for I have no one to love.
I do not believe you want to do that. That's what happened. The governor, he is a nasty, cruel man. But please, do not blame your lady Cunegonde, for she only did what she thought was the best.
Who is this that is so kind to me?
My name is Cacambo. I am a manservant by profession.
For all the harsh treatment I have suffered, it is true that some men still have kind hearts. We shall be reunited again.
The next morning, Candide found himself in Paris, in the company of Martin, the eternal cynic, and Peregrine, the ape.
Hello, Peregrine. Hello, Peregrine. Why do they call you an ape?
Because I know all there is to know. I know to find the finest opera tickets in Paris at a moment's notice. And I can find the loveliest women at 1:45 in the morning.
He means he's a pimp.
I think tourist guide is a more attractive turn of phrase.
Martin, you're drunk.
No, just a little unsteady on my feet, I think.
Monsieur, you smell like a gentleman's lavatory.
I went to sleep in a dark corner. Always a bad move in a pub with no toilets.
Gosh.
Candide and Martin did not make a very good impression on French society, so they resolved to leave for Venice, where they met the Count Pocurante, a man who, it is said, never worries.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. What can I do for you, huh?
You have a beautiful home, Count.
Well, I have the finest pizza cafe, the finest wines, the finest women, and a much of the more besides.
You have so many books.
78,436 to be precise.
There's one in French, Italian, English, German.
Language is irrelevant when the content is so dire. Example, Milton, a frightful bore, a crude imitator of the Greeks. Extravagant absurdity.
A copy of Homer, my old tutor. Dr. Pangloss used to greatly admire that author.
The oldest man of learning of the tally that makes him sleepy. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, what I wanted is whether you think optimism is the secret to life.
My goodness me, just because I own all there is to own and have finest trees in my garden, why do you immediately think I know all there is to know about life, huh? I've become so bored by being asked this question, I now employ a man to answer it for me. Dervish.
I am the greatest philosopher in Turkey.
Why was the creature as man ever invented?
What's that got to do with you?
Tell us your philosophy on life.
What business is that of yours?
Do you think there's a lot of evil in the world?
Does it matter? Does the king of Egypt worry about whether the mice on his ship have enough to eat?
Well, give us your advice on living life, then.
Keep your mouth shut!
And to a balanced view of the philosopher, I also employ a simple chap from the village.
Oh, what is your philosophy on life?
I have never really thought about it, but I have no doubt that those in the public eye who come to a sticky end often deserve it. I am content to farm my garden. Work keeps me and my family from the three great evils: boredom, voice, and need.
Candide had plenty to think about on his journey to Constantinople, where he had discovered his beloved Cunegonde was now living. Coincidentally, by a remarkable twist of fate, Constantinople was also the place where...
Dr. Pangloss! However do you come to be still alive?
It is a miraculous series of events that has brought me here today. I was hung in the market square in Lisbon, but the rope was very slippery, couldn't break my neck, the surgeon cut me open, a barber sewed me back up again, and then I was elevated to prophet status. Yes, I think that is everything.
I think you have missed something out. How about young girl? Bosom full of flowers. Swan falls to the floor. He replaces it, father walks in, and he is banished to the galleys for all eternity.
Nobody wants to be bored with such trivia. And after all these events are linked together in a chain in this, the best of all possible worlds. For if you had not been kicked out of the castle Thunder Tentrong, joined the murderous army, travelled through the horrors of Lisbon, accidentally set in motion a series of events which resulted in the death of Baron Rudolph, chanced upon a golden fortune in El Dorado, experienced the sham of society in Paris, travelled to Venice to meet the elegant Count Pocirante, and then finally on to Constantinople as a galley slave, you would not be here on this small farm in the hills of Constantinople digging over this fructifying carrot patch.
You are eloquent as always, Dr. Pangloss. But come, we must work. That's your lot now.
What's that going to do with me?
Because it's your fault!
What? Why is it my fault? Your life doesn't work.
Because of the milk. I'm loving it.
It's still summed up by this mug of water.
I'm loving it, but it's making my feet hurt. Explain, Tom.
Well, some people will say this mug of water is 4/5 empty. Some will say it's 1/5 full.
Well, Candide, very good. Excellent. Excellent performance there, I thought. Thank you very much indeed for that. Who are you really?
Right.
Right. Forget all that. It's good to hear El Dorado mentioned towards the end there as well, actually. You'll probably get a part in that if it ever comes back.
Come and see the show and you'll find out all the other things. There's an opera. We get more to see about the old woman with only one buttock. Although you don't actually get to see the buttock, you might get to see another one which is still there.
Shut up.
Are you from the University of London, by
That's
any
right.
chance?
Yes, we are. Does it show?
Are you just a bit? Yes.
Cheers.
And how long are you here for? Is it just the 1 week or the 2?
We've been open since the 9th of August.
Yes.
And we run until the 26th.
And where are you? If you want to go and see this lot, where are you?
We're at C Venue, Princes Street, which is just over there somewhere.
And the amazing thing, have you seen this guy running around throughout all of this? He hasn't stood still for 2 minutes.
Daniel Kate.
Daniel, will you come up here, please, and just sort of make yourself known, because you're a bit balmy as well, I think. Combination of drugs and alcohol keeping this man going, I think. At the very least. Well,
More like Freddie, I think.
yes.
Hello there.
Hello there. And what time are you on?
12 noon every
noon
day.
each time. 12 noon each day if you want to go along. It is venue 19, Overseas House, 100 Princes Street, if you want to go along and see them. Give them a round of applause. They're brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Excellent. Oh, dear. We're actually going to take a 10-minute break here because we're exhausted after all of that.